Hi, Steve Lackmeyer here with another edition of OKC Central. We're here today with Mike Carrier, President of the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Mike, thank you for joining us.
Certainly, Steve. Glad to be here.
Well, Mike, in the last few years that you've taken charge of CVB, we've seen a pretty spectacular increase in conventions and tourism business, and just your shop is humming these days. What's it been like, though, this last year or two with the economic slowdown? How are you holding?
Well, we really have not seen much of a drop-off. Oklahoma City has benefited from some of the things that have occurred over the last several years. What we are continuing to see is more and more interest in Oklahoma City, all the way through groups that we're working on as far out as 2017. Oklahoma City is a great place in terms of the value for price paid. It's convenient to get to, so the economy and the recession the country's been in has not had as much effect on us as it has on a lot of other cities.
We've got a couple of pretty big events coming up. The National Main Street Conference is coming next year, as is the U.S. Conference of Mayors. Tell me about the spinoff and the benefits that we reap from those sort of events.
Well, anytime that we have a major national event like U.S. Conference of Mayors, the spinoff is really, I mean, the MasterCard commercial, it's priceless. We can't pay for the kind of publicity and image building that we get from something like that. You're going to have mayors from cities all over the country, along with some of their staff, their spouses. You're going to have vendors, other folks coming in here, somewhere between 1,200 and 1,400 people from all over the country. They're going to see Oklahoma City. They're going to experience what we have to offer. They're going to see our attractions. They're going to eat in our restaurants, stay in our hotels, and then go home and compare themselves to what they saw here. They're going to learn more about maps. They're going to learn more about the Oklahoma standard and the way we do things here. And when they leave here, they go home and think, how can we apply some of that to our own community? But the thing that does for us is it tells meeting planners from associations of all types and sizes that Oklahoma City is in the marketplace and that we are a place that they ought to be seriously looking at. And that's exactly what's happened over the last several years.
And I guess we can also expect quite a bit of national media coverage with an event like that?
We think there will be. This year the conference was in Providence, Rhode Island. There was supposed to be a major presence from the Obama administration. And because of a local firefighter situation, they boycotted the event totally. Not a single person from the federal administration was in Providence. We think that there's really good reason to believe that they are going to be here en masse. Well, any time that the administration turns out, national media turns out big time. So we think that there will be even a larger media presence in June of 2010 than there would be in the normal U.S. Conference of Mayors. But it's a high-profile meeting and one that we're very fortunate to have coming here.
Now, we're standing here inside the Cox Convention Center. This edition was done in 1998-99, I believe. Some folks may look at this and go, well, this is pretty nice. Make your best pitch for why we need a whole new convention center.
Well, there are several reasons. First of all, this building is pushing 45 years old. There are structural problems with this building. One of those problems is that we have a parking garage under the building. That limits the amount of weight we can put on the floor. So when we have something in the exhibit hall right over here, we're limited as to how much weight can go on that floor in terms of machinery or equipment that vendors might want to bring in. Mm-hmm. Second, we've only got an 81,000 square foot exhibit facility over here. We're competing with cities that have 250, 300, 400,000 square feet of exhibit space. I'm not suggesting that we need 400,000 feet, but we certainly need more than 81,000. Ceiling height in this building is extremely low. A lot of the amenities that are expected in a modern convention center just aren't here. So there's a whole lot of reasons why this facility is inadequate to put us in the marketplace that we should be in, the cities that we compete with, just in Central America.
Well, thank you for joining us. For all the latest downtown development news, visit my blog, okccentral.com. For all your latest news, weather, and sports, go to newsok.com. For all your festivities, restaurant listings, Wimgo. Leaders had promised voters that when they passed the Metropolitan Area Project Sales Tax in 1993, the proceeds would pay for a new ballpark, library, Bricktown Canal, river improvements, State Fair Park improvements, overhauls of the Civic Center Music Hall and Myriad Convention Center, and construction of a new arena. Architecture students at OSU envisioned the arena being built south of the Myriad and being coupled with a new hotel and garage. But as the tax began to wind down in 1998, funds were running low, and some feared that costs would skyrocket on the arena and make it more than $120 million. Would the arena, the most expensive of the MAPS projects, ever get built? This one question was the issue that dominated the 1998 mayoral race between Ward 8 Councilman Guy Liebman and businessman Kirk Humphreys. Liebman suggested shelving the project until the time arose that the city had a major league team to call its own. Humphreys insisted a promise had been made to build all the projects, and he wanted to do just that. Humphreys' victory and a shockingly low bid of $86 million by Flintco ensured the arena would be built. It wouldn't have all the bells and whistles of some other arenas, but it would be enough to give the city a shot at still landing a major league team. As construction was underway, developer John Q. Hammonds built a hotel and garage next to the arena, just as envisioned. And once it opened, the arena ranked as one of the top 10 performance venues in the country. The arena, now known as Ford Center, did what leaders hoped it would do and is now home to the NBA Thunder. The arena is closing this summer so that the bells and whistles not included in the original project can be added now. These photos and more can be ordered through Pictopia at News OK.